This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Now let's talk about it, man. Jermall, Charlo. See, we gonna talk about the Charlo brothers. He's fighting Sergiy, Derevyanchenko. Why are fight fans, boxing community fan base, not getting behind this fight? Why aren't they giving the Charlo brothers the justice and the credit that they do? Why do you have Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Braids, classic Dolce and Troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric that want to say the Charlo brothers are the Charlo sisters? That is the most insecure and miserable as you know what in your life type of comment I've ever heard in my life. Let me say it again. It's the most insecure and miserable as you know what in your life type of comment I've ever heard. Here's the cold-hearted, here's the unadulterated, and here's the cutthroat two-tailor fashion. When you have Cinnamon, Canelo, Saul, Alvarez fighting a Yirrim, first of all, he tried to push for that fight. Then He Knows the Sport gave WBC credit because it was like, we pulling that bullshit because you're fighting basically a butt of all jokes and sparring matches in Yirrim, a guy that he dropped off, went into Iraq, picked up, and brought his ass to the damn boxing ring. Let me say it again. A guy that he went, dropped off in an AR-15, picked his ass up, picked his fucking ass up in Yirrim and brought his ass right back. See, here's the problem. And people have to understand this in its most visceral and cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat two-tailor fashion. You got one guy in Cinnamon Alvarez that's not doing heavyweight lifting. You got another guy in Jermall Charlo that's doing everything that he's supposed to. This is a quality opponent. Why aren't the Charlo brothers getting the respect that they deserve in the boxing community fan base? It's because they don't want to see independent black brothers succeed. Let me say it again. They don't want to see independent black brothers succeed. That's what it boils down to. They don't like the PBC model. See, this has nothing to do with the Charlo brothers. This had nothing to do with Earl the True Spence. This has nothing to do with Javante Tank Davis. This has nothing to do with Deontay Wilder. It has everything to do with Al Heyman, or Uncle Al as we call him. Let me say it again. Al Heyman or Uncle Al. They don't like that a black man can govern his own affairs, control his destiny, and tell these fighters, hey, this is how you need to move. Go get you an LLC. Go get you a company. Go be a black business. Go and be independent. Govern your affairs. Be that guy that you were destined to be. They don't understand that. And see, they hate on something that they don't understand, or they hate on something that they can never achieve. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me? Hear me? Wow. They hate on something that they don't understand, or they hate on something that they can never achieve. That's the cold-hearted, that's the unadulterated, and that's the cutthroat two-tailor fashion. When you look at Jermall Charlo, and you look at his test your temperature moment, you look at his test your temperature type of style of fighter, this guy's willing to showcase what the middleweight division is all about. This guy showcasing you guys what super middleweight division is all about. This guy is challenging himself at 160 and was willing to challenge himself at 168. He called out David Benavidez but 4 times. Let me see it again. But 4 times. You gotta put respect on the Charlo brothers' names. Every time they fight, they come to bring it. When have you seen a Charlo fight that was lackluster? When have you seen a Charlo fight where they didn't bring it? When have you seen a Charlo fight when supposedly when reverse bias, AK detractors, AK pandas told you that they got exposed, when they didn't showcase to you a great fight? The Charlo brothers are exciting. They have charisma. They have personality. And they're willing to test themselves each and every single time. Mel's testing himself with Jason Rosario. Maul's testing himself with Sergiy Derevyanchenko. This is the guy that got robbed by Triple G. If you notice a thing here, Maul couldn't get Cinnamon Canelo Alvarez. He couldn't get Triple G or Jimmick because these guys ducked Jermall Charlo for years because they knew what time it was. It was Lions only. Let me say it again. It was Lions only, dog. They knew what time it was. Jermall Charlo is too athletic and explosive as you know what, and he's a type of fighter and a type of combination type of style of fighter with a stimulus package that they don't want to see, they can't figure out, and they don't want to deal with that. That dichotomy is too much. But what are these guys doing? Why are fight fans not keeping that same energy, dog? Let me say it again. Why aren't they keeping that same energy, dog? Because the bottom line is this. They want their cake and they want to eat it too. They want a coon and then they don't want a coon. They want to basically be Uncle Tom's and then they don't want to be Uncle Tom's. They're confusing. They don't know which side they want to fall on. One side, oh, we're pro-black. The next side, we're not. Oh, we're, there's nothing wrong with fight fans being about their own. There's nothing wrong with black community black community fan bases supporting their own black fighters. But then when they do that, oh, you're doing it too much. But do you say that about Mexican community fan base? You rooting for Plum Plum Brain. Do you say that about European community fan base? You classic Doden Troglodyte. Do you say that about other community fan bases? You ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. No, you support them all the way through. But when black community fan base is supporting black fighters, oh, you're too pro-black. See, this has nothing to do with boxing. This is bigger than the sport of boxing. And what they cannot see is black men govern their own affairs and control their own destiny. This is what it boils down to. Because when it's all said and done, this is a fight that fight fans should be saying, yes, the Charlo brothers, unlike Cinnamon, Canelo, Saul, Alvarez, and unlike Jimmick, is giving us quality opponents. And we have to give the Charlo brothers credit. This is a quality fight for Jermall Charlo. But then they brought up, well, he fought Dennis Hogan. Who the hell is Hulk Hogan? But then they tell you, oh, he fought, a guy that was on reality TV, That's who he fought, He didn't fight no real opponents. But when Canelo Alvarez fought Rocky fucking Fielding, when he fought Amir Khan, when he fought Liam Smith, you see what I'm saying? You see? The double standards that's associated with boxing. We have to give Jermall Charlo credit here, because this is not a sniff and get past your type of opponent. This is a guy that's coming to bring it. Sergiy Derevyanchenko is a European fighter that has the European background. He has the European fundamentals. He has the European ones and twos. He's coming to fucking bring it. He's not coming to be a lapdog laying down to be laid the fuck down. So Jermall Charlo's gonna have to be clicking on all cylinders to get this motherfucker out of here. I expect Jermall Charlo in Lions only fashion to knock this motherfucker out, but it's not gonna come easy. So boxing community fan bases, Hinos Sport is rolling your ass out on the red carpet. Keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. Keep that same energy, dog. The Jermall Charlos of the world are fighting real heavyweight lifting and real live gates opponents. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. This is Hinos Sport. Checking out.